As a psychotherapist, one of the most heartbreaking things I see is people confusing emotional intensity with love. They tell me, Dr. Tony, I've never felt this strongly about anyone. Or they'll say, I can't stop thinking about them. I miss them every day. I know they're bad for me, but I still want them. And many times, what they're describing isn't love, it's trauma bonding. So let's talk about the difference, because understanding this could save you years of pain. So, what is love? Healthy love creates safety. Healthy love creates peace. Healthy love helps you become more of yourself and not less. When you are genuinely loved, you don't spend every day wondering where you stand. You don't constantly feel anxious. You don't have to earn affection through suffering. Real love is built on consistency, trust, respect, emotional safety. Love always allows your nervous system to relax. You feel secure because the relationship is secure. Now, here's where people get confused. Healthy love often feels calm. Trauma bonding feels intense, and many people mistake this intensity for passion. So, what is trauma bonding? A trauma bond is a powerful emotional attachment formed through cycles of pain and reward. The relationship becomes emotionally addictive. One day they're loving, the next day they're distant, and one day they make you feel special, and the next day you feel worthless. Just when you're ready to leave, they pull you back in. A text message, an apology, a promise, or a moment of affection. And suddenly you're hopeful again. So, psychologically, this creates something called intermittent reinforcement. It's actually the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. You never know when the reward is coming, and because it's unpredictable, you become obsessed with getting it. The less consistently someone loves you, the harder you may work to earn their love. But that's not romance, that's conditioning. So, why trauma bond feels so powerful? So, many people tell me, but Dr. Tony, I've never loved anyone this much. Here's the hard truth: the strength of your feelings does not prove the health of the relationship, not at all. So, trauma bonds often feel stronger than healthy relationships because your brain is operating in survival mode. Your nervous system becomes hyper focused on the person. You think about them constantly. You analyzed every text, every interaction, every mood shift. You become emotionally dependent on the relief they provide after the pain they caused. The person hurting you also becomes the person comforting you. So that creates an incredibly powerful psychological attachment. But this isn't intimacy, it's dependency. So here's 5 signs that you're in a trauma bond. So number 1, you stay despite betrayal, not because things improve, but because you're hoping that they will. Okay, number 2, your lows are devastating and the highs feel euphoric. All right, very big difference between the lows and the highs. Okay, your emotional life becomes a roller coaster essentially. So number 3, you constantly justify behavior you would never accept from anyone else. So number 4, you feel more anxious than secure. You spend more time worrying than enjoying your time with that person. And number 5, leaving feels like withdrawal. Even when you know the relationship is unhealthy, you don't just miss them, you feel addicted to them. So what healthy love looks like is just the opposite. Healthy love doesn't require you to abandon yourself. You don't have to shrink, beg, chase, prove your worth. Now, while healthy love is not perfect, there will still be some disagreements, some conflicts, some misunderstandings, but there is mutual respect. There's repair, there's accountability, there's consistency. Healthy love helps you feel emotionally safe. And trauma bonds keep you emotionally activated. Okay, it's completely different. Healthy love grows your self esteem. Trauma bond slowly erodes it. Okay, everything's going opposite now. So, how do we break this trauma bond? First, stop using intensity as evidence of love. Just because it feels powerful doesn't mean it's healthy. Second, pay attention to patterns, not promises. Many people fall in love with potential, but relationships are built on behavior. Third, reconnect with yourself. Trauma bonds pull your focus onto the other person and obviously away from yourself. So healing requires bringing your focus back to you. What does that mean? To your needs, to your values, to your boundaries. And finally, understand that healing often feels uncomfortable because you're not just losing a person, you're breaking an addiction cycle. But on the other side of that healing is something far better: peace, security, authentic connection, and real love. So if someone only loves you when it's convenient for them and you're constantly walking on eggshells, if your relationship feels more like survival than connection, then that isn't love. Love should not leave you feeling chronically anxious. Love should not require you to lose yourself, and love should never depend upon suffering. Okay, so the healthiest relationships don't make you feel addicted, they make you feel safe. And that's the difference between love and trauma bonding. If you've ever struggled to let go of someone who kept hurting you, comment the word healing below. I read every comment. And if you're interested in understanding the psychology behind healthy relationships, attachment, emotional healing as well, subscribe, and that's exactly what we'll talk about here. We'll see you in the next video.